Music. For regular listeners, you will be very familiar with Dave the Walker. For those that are not, Daniel, will you explain who he is and what he's up to?
Dave is an old friend of yours, Steve, and mine. We know him from years back, but he drifted away and you didn't speak to him for in excess of 5 years. But just before the show began, you decided to pick up the phone because he had good music taste. He's made you a lot of compilations in the past. And coincidentally, he was just about to embark on a walk from Land's End to John O'Groats for no good reason.
Absolutely. Dave, where do we find you this afternoon?
Well, I think I'm in love, Steve. It's amazing here. Obviously, last week I was in Edinburgh, so the logical thing to do would have been head north. But I've gone west, and I'm in the mountains and the lochs and Moraine. I'm at a place called Kinlochleven.
Kinlochleven?
One word.
Now,
Yeah.
I'm imagining it's getting increasingly difficult as you go up hills and down dales, and obviously there's some grim weather. Describe the last week for us.
Horrendous storms, wind, rain, canals, some interesting mechanical thing, tower blocks near kind of cities, so Glasgow region,
Yeah.
and then massive lakes, Loch Lomond, and the mountains and thunderstorms.
I was thinking. I mean, I'll stop you there for a second. I was thinking more. Wait. I was thinking more specifically things that maybe have happened to you, as opposed to name checking everything you saw in the last week. But I appreciate it nevertheless. You've painted an interesting and evocative picture. I have a grave concern though, is that as you get into the wilds of Scotland, where are you going to find places to sleep? Because as I understand it, you don't have a tent, do you, or a sleeping bag?
No, I can't carry it. Too heavy.
Right, exactly. So presumably the B&Bs start to dry up, don't they? Have you thought about this?
No, I haven't thought about that. You've put a dampener on things.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, no, the kind of places I'm going are on these designated ways, so there are hotels and B&Bs, and to be honest, most of them don't look like they've had anybody in them for 6 months or so.
Well, I imagine they can't believe their luck seeing you, a handsome lad like you, come in.
Yeah, they want me to stay.
Have they been trying to marry off their daughters to you?
Some of them may have succeeded.
I look forward to that. Listen, Dave, we have to rush on because the news is fast approaching.
I love the news.
Yeah, I love the news, my
What's
friend.
happening?
But more than that,
I'll listen later.
listen later. You can catch up with this online later. Yeah. More importantly, which tune are you going to recommend for me this week?
Well, really, my choice would be Waiting for a Girl Like You by Foreigner, because it's ace.
Yeah.
But instead, this is the Replacements, who, like Husker Du and R.E.M. and Green on Red, who we played a while ago, were kind of 80s American college rock favourites, and indeed Peter Buck of R.E.M. plays guitar on this track, which is taken from Let It Be, 1984 seminal album, and it's called I Will Dare.
Dave, we appreciate it as always. Very good luck to you, and we will speak to you very soon. You're not going to make it to Scotland before we speak to you next week, are you? I mean, you're already in Scotland. I mean, the end of your journey.
Well, I've just noticed the bottom's falling off my boot, so it might be a bit more time than I thought. But no, a couple of weeks, I think.
Brilliant. Okay, we'll speak to you very soon, Dave. All the best.
Cheer me on. Thanks.
Here's the